Am I the a-hole for telling my biological parents to treat me like their new kid's uncle, who they only see at family gatherings? I, 17M, have been raised since birth by my maternal grandparents. Grandma and grandpa are mom and dad to me, and that's what I call them. I'll call them that here. I'll call my bio mother Elsie and my bio father Johnny. Elsie and Johnny had me when they were 24 and 27. They told my mom and dad right before I was born that they weren't ready to be parents, and Elsie asked if they'd raise me. My mom and dad agreed, and they got custody of me after I was born and raised me as theirs with the understanding of who my bio parents were and why I was so much younger than my siblings, or aunts and uncles biologically. I didn't have a relationship with any paternal side. So, it was just my maternal family in my life. I didn't see my bio parents growing up. They called my mom and dad occasionally, but the relationship they had was incredibly strained, and the calls stopped after a bunch of years. My mom found it difficult to come to terms with the lack of care Elsie and Johnny had for me. They never asked how I was doing, and I know mom couldn't understand that. My dad's attitude was always more of a "it's their loss," and he told me repeatedly what a great kid I was and how I was the best son he could have ever had. When I was 14, my bio parents got married, and they invited everyone in the family, including me. My parents chose not to go because I didn't want to go. I think they only would have gone if I wanted to be there. But I feel nothing for Elsie or Johnny. In my eyes, Elsie's the sister I never knew, and that's fine by me. Some of my siblings did go to the wedding, and they told us Elsie was pregnant. That was actually the first time I ever saw my mom so angry. She was furious that they had invited me and would have sprung that on me at the wedding. Her mama bear came out that day. I didn't care, but I told my parents I didn't want to get in the way of them knowing the newest grandchild if they wanted to try and work on the relationship with Elsie and Johnny. My parents decided to open up a small amount of contact with Elsie and Johnny again, but they shut that for a while because Elsie wanted mom to visit and stay with her for the birth and everything, and she expected her to leave me behind for at least a month. They did start talking again after another year, and Elsie was pregnant again, and then she had another kid since. Apparently, they wanted more, but Elsie's age and her complicated pregnancies got in the way. Elsie, Johnny, and their kids are included a bit more in the wider family. I've seen them a couple of times, but I don't hang out with them. The last time was a couple of weeks ago, and they told me we needed to talk and figure out my relationship with their kids and what we should tell them. I rolled my eyes at the we part. Then I told them there was no we in that, but they should treat me like their kid's uncle, who they only see at family gatherings. They looked shocked by that, and Johnny said they thought I'd want to be a brother. I told them I already am, the baby brother, but still the brother. I said I wasn't interested in them or their kids, and that none of them are my actual family. They said my expectations are unrealistic, and I'm the brother, not the uncle. I said my parents are the people who raised me. Elsie is their daughter, making us siblings. I said they were no mom or dad to me and should keep it that. They got really annoyed by my response, and they said I was not only unrealistic, but I should be a part of what their kids know. I ignored them, so they started calling to yell at my parents, and my parents went off on them. They said they handle it how they did. Be honest, but treat it exactly as I explained, because that's the reality that they, Elsie and Johnny, established. It's caused way more of a reaction than I expected. Am I the a-hole for it?